Welcome to the Unfinished, Imperfect, and Sacred podcast, where we navigate life with open hearts, curious minds, and messy grace. Choosing truth over perfection, presence over performance, and our souls over our shoulds.
When you think about your friendships, how many people have you ever said to them, what was the first time we met or whatever? I mean, I think you might, some people I think do that in romantic relationships, maybe what was your, made me want to do it with everybody.
No, it's super cool, I think, because I'll get into it when I read mine, but
well, just what was their, you have your perception of what it looked like. What was their perception of what it looked like?
Exactly.
Right? What was it? Because there has to be an initial draw.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't have become friends.
Well, and I think too, energetically, as I've been thinking about this since we talked about talking about our origin stories, is what was going on in my head leading up to that.
Yeah.
Before I met you.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah.
Super cool. Some people are finding it so weird that we have this, right? That we have the friendship and the doing the business and everything, just because of our age difference and everything.
But right. It happens so naturally.
Yeah. I just love the way the whole thing unfolded. It almost feels like there was this strange natural progression. But yeah, so it just sort of unfolded. I just bought the store building and I wasn't open. I was just dreaming. I just had the keys in a dream, a feeling of I know I'm going to start something here, but I'm not 100% sure what it's going to look like. Which probably isn't the best way to start a business. But I just remember it was totally out of the blue, or I felt like it was out of the blue, that you phoned me or messaged me. I can't remember which, but we didn't really know each other. I think we'd seen each other maybe once or something at something, but and you asked if you could use the space for the photo shoot for your vintage clothing business. And I remember thinking wow, good for her. That it's took guts, that it takes guts to reach out to somebody you don't know. And automatically I was okay, I need to meet this girl. And I said yes, because I've always loved supporting young women who are building something. And I knew from the beginning that I wasn't going to charge you anything. That wasn't even a question. It wasn't. I remember Gary saying to me oh, you're going to have to charge her something and you're starting a business. And I was like, no, I don't. If the whole point of this whole building is, the day of the shoot, we talked a little and realized that we shared so much stuff, the fashion and the sewing, the passion for vintage clothing. Yeah.
The dangerous.
Yeah. Clothing is self-expression. Yeah. I remember thinking, this is the beginning of something. I remember having that thought, just standing there. And I'm probably going to want her to work with me. I remember thinking that too. And then less than a year after I opened the store, I asked you to work for me. And you said yes. So from there on, it's just been such a natural flow. You became my right hand. You're the person I can count on. You've also become my fur baby house sitter, which is huge for me.
Yeah.
Because trust isn't an easy thing.
Especially with your babies.
Yeah.
Right.
When I decided to close the store, I more than 100% knew that our connection wasn't ending.
Me too.
That it was just transitioning. So when Primal Soul started shifting and morphing to online, to the life artist, there was absolutely no question that I wanted you on board, that I wanted you on the journey with me, to be part of the building and the growing. And yes, there is an age difference, but it's never felt like that. No. It's never felt like a thing. It seems like it feels like more of a thing for people outside of us than it does.
Oh, absolutely.
Which also super interesting. but we share so many values and beliefs, passions. And I think at the root of it all is like just that core desire to like live creatively and authentically and on our own terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
coming at it from like two different age groups is also super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But and you get me. You really get me, and you inspire me, and you ground me.
Which is funny because I'm an air sign.
And you challenge me in the best possible ways, even though I don't agree with it sometimes.
I have no idea what you mean.
And you bring so much of your own brilliance, which is amazing to me. And doing this together just works for some reason.
Yeah.
And I don't question it because it just is.
I love that.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't think it was a coincidence, the first meeting. I think it was like it was just like a connection that was supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm. So it's interesting because I've been thinking about this a fair bit since we talked about it. And I was trying to figure out like the headspace that I was in when I first messaged you. And I had literally moved back, started my business, COVID happened.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what am I going to do here? How are we going to transition this? Like, what's going to happen? And I obviously have this passion for vintage clothing. And at that time, I was like, this is the direction I got to go with this because I couldn't get fabric and things like that to make things that were reasonably priced, etc. And I always loved the building that you bought downstairs. And when it sold, and I was like, Mom, I was like, who bought this building? Like, this is so cool. Like, what's it going to be? Like, I love this building. And I'm like, the brick, I was like, this is exactly the vibe that I need for this photo shoot. And so I'm like saying to my mom, I was like, well, do you know Bobby? Like, do you think she would let me do a shoot in there? Like, I need to reach out to her. Like, do you think? And obviously, like, we didn't know you then.
No.
And like you said, like, I think we'd maybe met once before at something. You know what? I'm gonna do it because I'm like, I feel like I need to do this shoot in here. What's the worst that's gonna happen if she's gonna say no? And so I messaged you on, I think on Messenger or something. I love this building that you have. And at that point, too, I had no idea what you were doing in the space either. I don't know if anybody did.
No.
You were so kind and like, absolutely come by, see the space, come and see what you'd like. That was like very transformative for me in that moment, too, because like I had just started my business and I didn't know where it was going. Just having your support early on without you even knowing me yet was like very, it's funny you said that I ground you, but that was very grounding for me in that moment because when I was starting, like, especially doing fashion in small town Alberta is not a simple task.
No.
And so that was very, very grounding for me. And then the shoot happened and you were there and you were amazing and like your support. And obviously, like, I think at that moment, our vibes were very aligned.
Yeah.
And like, I remember like the yellow pants and you were like, oh my God, I need these. And I was like, oh, she's cool. I'm like, she's really cool. I'm like, you want these cool painted pants? Yeah, it was just felt so nice too. And I know you guys didn't have the building very long.
No.
At that point, like maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And already the feeling in there, I was like, this is something that I want to be around. And I could just tell. So yeah, it was really nice to get to know you more through that. And I think at that point we didn't talk a ton, just here and there, and you were super supportive like when I posted the photos and everything, and that was fantastic. And then when you asked me to work for you, it's funny because like I had worked in retail before, and that's a part of the industry that I can do, but it's not my favorite.
No.
I had apprehension because I was like, I didn't want to be stuck in retail, essentially. Yeah. No, this is something that I need to do. And it was like, I said yes because of you, not because of the job, because like I really wanted to be around you. And like at that point too, the store was up and running and I loved the store and what you were doing with it. And so it was really nice to come into that space and immediately I felt comfortable like working there. Like the first day I was like, I think within 10 minutes, I was like, okay, this is my place too. Like I felt so comfortable being there. And
I remember thinking, wow, she's bossy.
Me? Never. I have no idea what you mean. I am not bossy. Just kidding. I am very bossy.
It fits, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I've accepted that. Like when I told you that I was like in the Vedic astrology that I'm a Taurus, and you were like,
shock.
Oh. So yeah, I mean obviously when we worked together at the store, it was just immediately there was this true deep connection that you and I have talked about. Like this is not the first lifetime we've been together. I've never felt like I had to hide parts of myself. Like there's just such a comfortability here with our friendship. And the age thing, like I said, it has never been a thing for me. It doesn't, it really doesn't register to me that there's an age difference because I think this connection is deeper than that. Mm-hmm. I mean, similar to you as the store was coming to a close and it was transitioning, and I think because it was such a different place for you to be in, you weren't sure what was happening or where to go with it. I was sad, like we talked about this too when the store closed, is like because obviously we're not going to be around each other as much and things like that, and the space was what originally brought us together. Yeah. I think that was hard, but we both knew that the relationship wasn't going anywhere either. We just didn't know what it was going to look like. So when the online transition happened, I was so happy that it continued, especially too, like you needed some time and to come through to things. But I think in the back of my mind, I was like, no, this is coming back around. Like we're going to work together again. Our friendship didn't change in that time, but I was like, I'm ready to keep moving forward with working with you. And so going forward with this is a beautiful next step. And I'm so excited because we truly build each other up in the best ways and challenge each other. And I mean, you have such wisdom, and not because you're older than me, but because you understand me on a level that a lot of people don't. Mm-hmm. And I think too, because you and I have experienced similar challenges or lessons, you've already been through those lessons. And so now you see me going through them, and you're so encouraging to me, like being at the age I am going through those lessons. And you're like, I'm thankful.
But I think that goes both ways, honey.
For sure.
It's super, I mean, I think that like, I'm so grateful because at an age when so many people close off, I think one of the things that I mean, I'm not sure I'm a person that would close off, but at the same time, I recognize that this relationship for sure helps me stay open, and because it's like, how can you not?
Well, and then too, like I think there are lessons that you and I are facing in parallel, literally. Yeah. Which is also very interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really exciting.
Different stages of what do you want to be when you grow
up? What is grown up?
Yeah. Screw that.
I'm so grateful to have met you and to have had your support and the opportunity for this friendship to grow, because I think it's amazing and beautiful. And It transcends age
Yep.
and time. That's the main
Yeah.
notes. Did anything surprise you?
I think maybe the whole like that you didn't like. I mean, because if people say I was super glad for the encouragement, it means that they were looking for that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I never have ever once gotten this sense from you that you needed that because you come off as so self-assured.
That's interesting. I think I do project that for sure.
You totally do, honey. But
Mhm.
but I mean, I think it's a beautiful gift.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you can be, I mean, even just with the whole Italy thing, you can be plopped down into any situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you're like faking it till you make it sometimes or not, but you never look like that.
I think a lot of the time it's not that I'm faking it till I make it, but I sit there and if I don't have that encouragement from somebody else, I give it to myself.
Yeah. But I
And
mean,
so
even
I'm
just
like,
in terms of like having the plume, the social plume to like be in the situations you've been in.
mm-hmm.
And
No, I thrive in it.
yes.
Even in low stakes situations.
Yeah.
I was the odd man out in the situation and I was so excited to meet these new people and like being and I have no reservations about like having a conversation with somebody I don't know or somebody new and things like that. And I mean I made some really nice friends and everything. So it's like in situations like that I do feel very comfortable and I don't know if that's like just part of my character or if that's something that I've built into myself. But like that's like where I'm thriving. And also too, like I and my Vedic astrology told me this too, which I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. I find joy and energy when I'm in a space connecting people or meeting new people or at a party and things like that. Like I gain energy from that. Whereas like some people that's like draining for them. And it's the opposite for me. And you're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know when you're like doing a workout and it's hard but you like it?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, I can, or you're stretching and you're like, you gonna get the, you're like, oh, this hurts a little bit, but it's like a good. That's like how I feel when I'm like going into a situation. Like I feel self assured in it because I'm like, I know this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where it comes from. I don't know.
I'm too much of an introvert for that.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, I don't get discouraged if I don't have that assurance from somebody else. Yeah. So like I think
but I think that's a beautiful thing too.
Yeah.
Right?
It was like I felt like you encouraging me was like an added support that I was like, yes, like this is the right path. This is nice. I like having that, but it's like if I wouldn't have had the
need it.
encouragement from you, I think I still would have done it. I'd be like, fine, I'll just do it myself.
Like, I mean, obviously I'm more introverted and in my head, but at the same time, I think that there's the similarities in the it's okay to not do what people are expecting and not get like fucked up because they're not agreeing with it or supporting it or whatever. I mean, when I bought the store building and was like, I mean, it was a teacher for God's sakes. And now all of a sudden I'm opening a clothing business or whatever. And people were like, do you know anything about it? And I was like, well, a little, like, but not being scared to do it because like,
exactly.
If you don't try it, like the other side of that is regrets. Like if you don't put yourself in those situations, then
100%.
You look back and are like, shit, right?
I mean, we started the businesses at very similar times. And like during COVID was not a good ideal time to be trying to sell clothing. In case anybody was wondering. Yeah. I think we both were not afraid to morph it into different things and what it needed to be. Totally. And try those different things, which I think is very encouraging in a friendship too, because some people are like, this is what I'm doing. It has to look like this. And I have friends like that, and those friends are great, but the relationship is a lot differently because they don't understand.
They don't understand the ability to pivot.
Mm-hmm. Or
It's
like,
not in there, like, it's not something it's like, I'm doing this and I'm supposed to be doing this.
yes.
And if I'm not doing this, then what am I doing? Whereas I think people that are wired the way we are is more like, I'm doing this. Wait a minute, this isn't exactly working the way I thought it would be. So I'm going to try this or add this or whatever. And it just organically keeps morphing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like the way you did that, I'm like, yes, that's exactly like what it looks like. Because I'm such a visual person too. Yeah. So I'm like, that makes sense. But yeah, no.
And you don't understand why other people can't do it.
No. No.
Yeah. Because people are, I mean, I think
give advice to people.
Yeah, all of my life it's been like, well, how do you think of that? And it's like, wow, how do you not?
Yeah, you got to follow the path, man.
Yeah.
There's somewhere to go.
How are you not thinking about that? Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. That actually makes me think too, like, I sometimes struggle because I go between this like creative brain, which is that, and then I go to this very analytical side.
Yeah, I'm missing that part.
But, and the analytical side does me well in a lot of ways. But yeah, you're like, thank you. But it's like, sometimes it puts me in a box and I sit there for a second and I'm like, oh, I'm stuck in this box. And then my creative brain's like, hello. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Step out of it. Like, there's anywhere you can go. Go this way, this way, this way, right? And so, like, sometimes I have to remind myself that it's okay to be that dual side of things, which is now where I'm focusing my energy is on the duality, which is so much better. Because like you said, it's good for you working with you. You're very creative brain. You're very artistic and you flow with wherever you need to go.
Yeah.
And so.
Doesn't necessarily make sense.
No, because then, no, sometimes I'm just like, I'm just going to put this little bumper here. So then when you flow this way, it brings you back onto path, which is what I'm good at. Because I can see the path that you're going on too, because I also have that creative mindset. So I think it is very effective now that I'm like utilizing both sides of it.
But I also think that that's the part of your brain that makes you feel like you need to fix and solve everything.
Who, me?
As women, I think we have that anyways. I mean, I think it's instilled that you are the fixer and the solver of the things. But I think for you, you get super stuck in it. Sometimes maybe that's what this is good for too, because it's like,
it's very good for that.
You can't get stuck there.
No.
And I'm not going to let you.
Thank you. I need that. I need that so much because I really do. And that's a lesson that's been hard for me because I think I sit in that place and to the point where I'm so uncomfortable or so unhappy that I'm like, I literally have to make a change or I can't sit here any longer. Like I actually have to make a change. And then I do something rash, like buy a one-way ticket to Italy.
Well, no, and that was why I think that's why it came up in my head about like, are you running to something or are you running from? Right. And I think that that's going to be a question that you have to always ask yourself. I think it's just something you have to be careful of. For a lot of people get stuck where they are, but then there's a lot of, I mean, I know myself, it's like, am I running to something or am I running away from something? And like, if I am running away, is that a good thing for me? Or is that purely just an escapist? I have like whatever, because then that means you're not dealing with whatever it is.
If I can stay here and not in that fixing mentality, I do make the choices where I'm like, I'm going towards something and not away from something. But when I get out of that and I sit in that fixing mentality, then it's like I said, I get so uncomfortable that I do run from something. I'm running from that position because I can't be there anymore. And it's like 2023 was a shit year, to be frank, which was crazy because I remember in like June of 2023 and I was like, this year is amazing. Everything's going so well. Wow, this is crazy. I can't believe how aligned everything is. And then like the last half of the year, I was like, oh,
whoa. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that was very intense.
Yeah.
Crazy. So then 2024, the first half, also shit. And then I spent the next 6 months trying very hard to figure out why it was like that, what I needed to change, working on myself. And then 2025 was like a full year of literally working on myself and making
Mm-hmm.
choices for me and like doing a lot of reflection. And like I did shadow work and inner child
Yeah.
work. And like I was like, I need to find a better way to go forward with this. And the last half of 2025, I was like, yes, I feel very, I got a lot of confirmation that that's what I needed to do.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like I had to do it, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't sit in that place anymore. Not all the time do I need to push it to that where
Yeah.
it's like I literally can't be here anymore. I need to do something. Like I could, I'm feeling slightly uncomfortable. Maybe I should make a change
But I mean,
now.
that's also the thing about looking outside yourself for the thing to fix yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which never works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's only ever a band aid.
Yeah.
And eventually the band aid falls off and you're still left with whatever was underneath it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I take on a lot of other people's things, which
Well,
I mean,
I think that's
also.
like, I think part of the reason I'm such can be introverted is because the experience of walking into a room for me is so incredibly different than I think for a lot of people. So many people, some of my best friends, they walk into a room and immediately what they sense is like, oh, there's so many people and it's energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure that there's the differentiation between whether it's what kind of energy it is.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the second I walk into a room, I can pick up like she had a bad day, this is not going well, this is like, I pick
Mm-hmm.
up all of that. I'm forever having to like get past it to be okay to be in that space with these people.
Is that with people you know, or is it with also like with people you don't know?
Also people.
Yeah.
It was my superpower as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I would stand by my door as the kids came in every day
exactly.
for every class,
Mm-hmm.
because be like, okay, I can't push her today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's in a really good space. We can,
Mm-hmm.
like I can push her today on or whatever, or they just need the support today, or they're just going to sit here today and I need to be okay with that. Like it was so draining.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful and I loved it and I loved my kids,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't remember a day I didn't come home and wasn't just like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
I definitely do that, but I think because like you said, when I walk into a room and it's like it's energizing for me, people that I know exactly their vibe the second, and it's like a lot of the time I am like, okay, no, I'm not taking that because it's encompassing.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you understand. So I'm like, I can't take that energy. And a lot of the time I'll remove myself from the situation or the presence of that. Because even when last summer, when I started just like going and working anywhere else,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe the difference this makes in my work and how I feel. But it makes a huge, huge difference in my quality of life. I feel that confirmation when I do listen. Yeah. So I try and do that too. I get what you mean. Should we pull an oracle card first?
Sure. I always just stick them in the book in case I need to revisit it.
That's smart.
I'm such a commitment phobe right now that like even like booking the yoga for Sunday for everybody, I'm like, oh, I booked it.
That's so funny. Actually, it's funny because I did notice that when even we were talking about today, and because you were like, well, we can cancel it if you want or something, and I'm like, no, it's good. It's fine.
But we don't have to.
They're like, if that doesn't work for you, I'm like,
feel free.
It's in my calendar now, Bobby. I'll be late, but I'm coming. Okay, give me one card, please.
That's funny.
She came in and she was like,
oh, because we totally had a conversation about like, are you allowed to give other people tarot decks.
How's
She
she
got
doing?
a puppy. They don't know what it is, but it totally looks like a Leonberger.
What is a Leonberger?
Massive dog. No more dogs. Like, not the fucking boss of me.
At the yaks when I left, Mom was showing him the yaks. Because I told you that's what my mom got for Christmas, right?
Yeah. That kills me. She's starting a petting zoo.
No, for real.
Yeah.
She's so excited.
I think he's so cute.
I know. He's so cute.
Yeah. How do you hide a yak?
Right? How many times you pulled that card?
I can't even, I should start marking it down because.
Yeah, that's funny. Song of the Wild. New horizons await you. You're ready to savor the wonders of the world. Take some risks. Answer the call of the wild. Step out of your comfort zone. Live passionately. Take steps in the direction of freedom. Expand beyond your limitations and boundaries. Maybe it's time to take an exciting journey or do something new and exciting. Your native spirit wants you to know you are entering a period of expansion, going beyond your self imposed limitations. Even if you feel hesitant, this is the time to try something new and do things in a different way. You might even visit far off lands or wild natural places. Adventure often entails risk, but without it, life can become lackluster and stagnant. There is a vast, new, and wondrous vista just around the corner, but you'll never see it if you don't venture out. The journey, plan a trip. Take some classes that get you out of your comfort zone. Try new styles. Do the same things that you've always done, but in a new and different way. Push beyond your boundaries. Step out of character and spend time in the wilderness. I don't know about the wilderness, but.
No.
I don't know
Not
about
unless
that.
it's like glamping.
Right? I'm like, I'm not going camping with you people. Stop asking. Freedom horse. Let your spirit fly. Do not hold back. Break free and express yourself. Flaunt your stuff, dance, laugh, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Get out of the rut. You don't need to fit the mold. Be daring, fling your arms to the heavens, enjoy. Your native spirit wants you to know the horse allowed the natives of the Americas and Mongolia to travel great distances with ease. The horse also carried their supplies, which additionally granted freedom to those ancient people. This card chose you, it's not sticky, to remind you that you aren't here to be ordinary, but to step beyond limitations and self imposed boundaries. Mine said that too, step beyond limitations and self imposed boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. Replace the phrase I should with I could, but I choose not to at this time. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you're certainly able to decide what meaning to give those situations. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to break free. The journey. The way you use your body can change your state. Put on music and dance with wild abandon. As you do so, this sends a powerful message to your subconscious. You are indeed truly free. You need to dance again, Bobby.
Dude, I've been teaching myself how to shuffle.
Oh my god, fun!